Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to make samosa wrapping and also 6 different ways to fold them. My channel is called Lily and Peony. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. First, I start with making the wrapping. To some flour, I add butter and salt. I mix this together very thoroughly. You want to make sure the butter is really mixed in with the flour. Then I gradually add a little bit of water at a time and mix that together. I don't want to add too much water in one go. It's best to add a little bit at a time. I take my time kneading the dough to make sure that it comes together properly, and when I'm done, you can see I poke it with my fingers and it comes out like very elastic. Then what I do is I cover it for 20 minutes to let it rest. This wrapping is made very similar to the way one would make a roti or tortilla. So start with getting a small ball of flour and make sure you flour the surface first, and then just roll it into a very thin roti tortilla style round sheet. It's really important to make sure that it's very thin, because whether you decide to fry this or bake it, you don't want it to be, just too floury. You want the layer to be thin. And so when you bite into the samosa, you get the filling immediately. You get to eat the filling immediately. So anyway, this is my first design. The first design is I get some small round shapes. I cut out some small round shapes. To them, I put a little bit of samosa filling on half of one of the circles. Then I put some water all around. This water is going to be the sealant. I basically fold it over, and then as you can see, I'm pinching the ends together. That way it can seal the samosa. You want to make sure that you really seal the samosa, because any holes there might be means when you fry the samosa, it will come leaking out and it'll be kind of dangerous. Or if you bake it, you also don't want it to explode. You want the samosa filling to stay inside. So again, I'm showing you how to do it. It's really easy. Just fold over and pinch. Next, I do the same thing. I roll out another thin round sheet. For the second design, I again cut out some round circles. I get rid of the excess. That can be reused again. On one of the circles, I put my samosa filling on. This time I put a little bit more because, as you can see, after putting water around the sides, I used the other circle to overlap it. And again, pinch all around the circle to make sure that it seals properly. After pinching, I'm actually this time also folding it over. For the second one, I have a slower motion to show you. So again, on one of the circles, I put a lot of samosa filling. I put some water all around that circle. I pick up the next circle and put it over the original one with the samosa filling. I pick it up, then I pinch and fold. Continue to pinch and fold all the way around. This way you're ensuring you seal the samosa properly so that nothing leaks out, but then at the same time the folding gives it a really pretty look to it. And it's actually really easy to do. After a couple of times it's pretty easy. For design number 3, I cut out some circles again, get rid of the excess. Then in the circles, I put a little bit of samosa filling in the middle and then put water all around the circle. This time I'm actually making some sort of a triangle. So I seal in 1/3 of the side and then pick it up and seal in the other 2 sides, making it into a triangle. This is kind of difficult to explain, but I'll do it in slow motion this time. So I put some samosa filling in the middle. I put water all around the cutout circle. Then I pick up part of the edge and start pinching it, seal about 1/3 of said triangle, and then the other side I split that into 2 lines and finding a middle spot. So this way there's a middle spot and 3 sides to the triangle. I make sure I pinch all these properly. As you can see, there was a little bit of a hole in the middle. I went back to pinch over it. It's really important to pinch it properly. For design number 4, I cut out a square shape. And then I make 2 incisions like you can see here. On one of the corner, I put a lot of samosa filling. And then I put some water all around that samosa filling. I pick up the opposite corner and fold it over the samosa filling, sealing it as well. Then I cut out strips on the remaining sides. After that, I put some more water and crisscross these strips like I'm showing over here to create a chevron-esque kind of design. I also cut out any excess that are sticking out. This way, the samosa can look really pretty. Design number 5, again, I'm cutting a square to start with. After that, I cut the square in half, so therefore I get 2 thick strips. I water the top of one of the strips, pick it up and fold it over to get the sides sticking together. Then I put some samosa filling in the middle and seal up the top. Pinching and sealing is very important to make sure that there's no leakage. I then fried some of these in oil, and I also baked some of them. They were equally tasty, although of course the fried ones weren't as healthy, but they were super yummy. For the sixth and final method, I'm actually using something different. I'm using these pre-made spring roll sheets that you can get from the supermarket. I cut these in half because they were kind of big, and then I quartered them. These ready-made sheets do have a tendency to dry out very quickly, so make sure that when you're not using them, put them back into its packaging and then into the fridge. Or for the little bit that you're using at the moment, do what I do and put it inside a wet towel. That way it will keep moist and stop it from drying. So for my sixth design, it's actually pretty straightforward. This is, I would say, one of the most traditional type of samosas there are. So I start with putting a little bit of the samosa filling at the end. And then what I do is I go corner to corner and make sure that as I turn each corner, I tuck in the corner. That way, what I'm doing is I'm sealing in the samosa filling. Again, when I get to the end, I brush it with water to seal it. You can choose to tuck the end in, or you can just fold it over like I do here. Once you get a little comfortable folding these, you can start making rows of them at the same time, similar to what I'm doing here. These come out so crispy and so yummy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll try this recipe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.